Hello everyone, this is Crow. Today we're on the recruiting server here in Carrier Air Wing 4. And today we're just coming off the KC-135 tanker and just coming to the bottom of our descent and setting up for a right-hand turn to land at Kutaisi Air Base. We're going to be doing a formation landing on runway 25. And we're getting nice and set up 10 miles out from the airfield to get slowed down, get our gears deployed, flaps deployed, and get nice and settled on a nice glide slope for runway 25. And I'm joined by my wingman today, Floats, who's actually a real airline pilot, and he's the one who's doing all the work to make this video look good. I'm just flying the approach. Very nice. Looking solid. So at this point in time, I just have my throttle on idle coming off the descent because we still have a lot of energy. So I'm just holding idle and I'm looking for around 250 knots. And then I'm going to go ahead and deploy my speed brake to slow us down even more. Alright, let's see. Boards out. Nice. Slowing down. I'm trying to slow us down to about 210 knots. And then we're going to go ahead and deploy our gear. And gear. Nice. Look at that. Our gears came down at the exact same time. Very nice. Alright, there's always a little adjustments the wingman has to make once you deploy your gears and flaps. Just because it just causes the airframe to do some funky stuff, and then he slides right back into right echelon. Nice. Just hanging on my wing. It always helps if the lead aircraft is heavier than the wingman, and you really can't do a formation landing if the lead aircraft is too lighter than the wingman, because if the wingman had a heavier aircraft, he'd have to fly slower to stay with the lighter aircraft, but then endanger himself by stalling almost coming in for the formation landing. Looking good. I think I'm settling nice on my glide slope at this point. Okay, there's 4 miles. If you notice, I'm actually pointing my velocity vector to the right-hand side of the runway because I'm having to fight a right crosswind today. You always want to fly so that if anyone's watching, you look good. Especially when you're coming in close to the airfield or the carrier. Nicely done. Look at those vapor trails coming off the wings. Cool. Alright, coming into short final territory here. Look at that. Look at those 2 Hornets right there. Very nice. And if you notice, I'm actually aiming for the left side of the field to give my wingman room to land on his side. Working it, working it. Okay, coming in for touchdown. And touchdown. Excellent. Okay, let's start slowing down the aircraft. Speed brakes out. Nice. And I'm fully deflecting up on the stick to further slow down my aircraft without having to necessarily tap the brakes. At this point in time, I'm just slowing the aircraft down with aerodynamics. Alright, coming into a safe taxi speed soon here. Okay, speed brakes down. Alright. Now we just got a taxi to parking. Okay, I got clearance from my wingman to cross in front of him. As we exit the active runway 25. Hey, let's open the canopy to get some fresh air, huh? Nice. Alright, turning right towards our parking area. Beautiful afternoon drive. Looking really good.
And I just want to recognize the person who designed the textures for our jets, Irish Fatty. The jets look awesome. But he did some great attention to detail on the F1 cockpit view, where the name's on our helmet and the logo for the Argonauts on the helmet too, even in the internal model. So thanks a lot, Irish Fatty.
As you can see my helmet mounted display is still showing, because I didn't have the presence of mind to actually turn it off when I was flying, but it kind of looked interesting. Alright, coming into the parking area. There's one. And there's two. Nice. Okay, coming into the parking now. You can always make any mistakes null and void by making the parking job excellent. Remember that, kids. Alright, park it up precisely, right in line with me. Let's see how he did. Looking good. Salute. Nice floats. Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. Please like and subscribe as I continue to grow this channel. So thanks for your time, and see you next time.